on the way to radio show.
So how did you feel about your performance?
Well, I had to write the verse at night. So I got asked to do it while I was on my honeymoon.
Wow.
And so me and my wife had to talk about whether or not we had one off day between travel where we were just gonna chill out, because we had done like 2 weeks of honeymoon, and then we had this off day, and then we had a show, and then a couple more days of honeymoon, and so I was like, babe, can we use this off day to travel to New York and do this? And so we had to talk through it, but ultimately we decided it was cool. But what I had to do was write my verse, you know, when my wife went to sleep on the honeymoon. So, you know, I'm like walking around the deck of this boat trying to like write a verse real quick, and I was conflicted, man, about writing it, because one, I was pressured to do it really quickly, but then also because you know, you got to memorize it for camera, and then on top of that, just like trying to balance, like, how do you have bars and playfulness and fun, but at the same time say something that represents the difference in hip hop that we want to make, you know? So I ended up writing like 2 different verses and trying to merge them together, because one of them I was like, this just sounds too, this doesn't display the transformation that's happened in me deep enough, you know? Because you want to say everything in one verse. You want to be like, if I had one chance to speak to the world, what would I say? I want to say all this. But at the same time, you know that no one verse is going to change the whole world. You know that one verse is just, you know, a lot of people that are going to hear that, it's going to be their first time ever even hearing me. You just want them to say, I like this guy, I'll check out his album, and get a chance to sit with my album and see a fuller perspective there. So it was a real tension, man, writing that verse. So I tried to slide in things there that that I thought represented me well, represented Jesus well, and then at the same time just had fun and threw out some bars, and just remembered it was a hip-hop cypher, you know, but a lot of tension writing that.
I'm gonna tell you what's interesting, man. I feel like sometimes there's an unfair pressure that artists can place on themselves, and even that fans can place on you guys when you get on a huge platform like this, because they're like, yo, you know, you got to share the gospel with these people in this context, and it's like, man, you may only have 16 bars to try to, you know what I'm saying, to try to make that impact. Yeah,
exactly. So that's the pressure, man, is feeling like you'll never say everything, you know, you'll never be able to say everything in one verse, and I had to be okay with that, you know what I'm saying? And even like also not using that as an opportunity just to solicit, to just straight up share my faith explicitly in rap form, you know, like the gospel in 16 bars. You know, I didn't feel like that was what I was called to do. I felt like it was an opportunity to share the gift that I have, that the Lord's given me, have fun with it, be a part of hip hop culture, but also stand for something bigger than myself in hip hop culture. So it was tension, man, and I'm still learning this thing. You know what I mean? How to navigate it. So.